recognize the gentlelady from Hawaii, Representative Tokuda, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I wanted to follow up on your response to Ranking Member Craig. The USDA did in fact fire nearly 6,000 probationary employees as part of a government-wide reduction in force. This was in addition to the deferred resignations that were received. The courts did in fact force you to reinstate these employees. Do you agree with the court's decision then and regret your initial decision to doge 6,000 of your employees? Just a simple yes or no, please.
I believe that was before I was sworn in, but we are undertaking
do you believe that the administration regrets a decision then to doge?
Well, I'm not going to talk for the
employees?
entire administration. I think the effort to ensure that every tax dollar is spent is a really worthy effort, even if it's imperfect.
If the courts had not stopped your administration, would you have stood by the firings and would you have pushed for more firings?
If you and I had had the discussion, you would know that I have been so open to these discussions, no matter Republican or Democrat, in ensuring that we're doing everything we need to do to basically effectuate the USDA's mission. Okay. So I don't want to speculate.
All right. Well, I will just say that
but
there were 6,000 firings, of which the courts did have to then make you reverse the decision, and I'm curious as to how much were actually brought back, but I do want to move on this line. In April, Secretary Rollins, you stated that the USDA will be optimizing and reducing the size of the workforce to become more efficient. USDA employees have been told the goal is to cut back the workforce to fiscal 2019 levels, which would lead to a reduction of around 23% of the agency's workforce. Is this still your goal to get to FY19 staffing levels, yes or no?
Is this not unbelievable, though, to you that USDA under your administration increased 25% by 20,000
You can ask the witness to
people?
answer. Okay, so I'm going to assume your answer is yes, that is in fact still your cut goal. If not, please submit it for you. Now, the 15,000 who took the deferred resignation is less than 15%. So even as we're trying to recruit people back, and we have seen this recently because we are vacant in certain areas we need, are you still trying to cut by 23%? Yes or no? I have a feeling
we
you're
are
not
working every day on behalf of the American people to put farmers first and make sure these programs are done with the utmost integrity.
Farmers need people to help them answer the questions they have and provide the
they
technical
don't need 25,000 new employees based on a crazy infusion of spending from the last administration, and the American people agree with that.
Do you feel you're adequately staffed to meet your mission?
We are adequately staffed to meet our mission.
Okay, well then this is a question I think you need to talk to farmers about as to whether or not they think they've got staffing at USDA to actually support the programs they need. Secretary Rollins, you're from Texas, which currently leads the nation in rates of food insecurity and hunger. In Dallas-Fort Worth, the metropolitan area encompassing where you live, childhood hunger, food insecurity rates are at 20.9%. 1 in 5 children go to bed hungry. You've been an advisor to Governor Rick Perry, cutting the local food purchase assistance and local food for schools funding. I agree, but you have instinct and knowledge of what it's like to have to take care of a state. You cut LFP and LFS by $1 billion. Central Texas lost 40 loads of food within weeks of the decision. That's 913,000 pounds of food, or 716,000 meals. You also cut TFAP by $500 million. Texas is a top recipient of all of these particular funds, and with the combined cuts, the Houston Food Bank alone lost about 15% of their funding from these cuts. That's $11 million, or 500 tractor-trailer loads of food. My question is, just even thinking about Texas, because you have an intimate knowledge and understanding of this area, do you think Texan children and families don't need these meals?
I think that a wholesale review of all of these programs is necessary. I don't know if you heard, but the last time we had this number of unemployment, we had 17 million people on the SNAP program. Today we have 42 million. We spend $400 million a day.
Secretary, are you then saying that the food you cut was not needed by the people who were going to eat them? It's a simple question.
Texas has half the poverty of California by having lower taxes and less government programs. We are moving people into real jobs and real prosperity at a rate that states that don't move forward with freedom have.
These are redundant.
So I will not let you denigrate my state that has become the model in the country for the American dream, for prosperity, for good jobs, for good health care,
hunger and food insecurity right now. And we are talking about the fact that your state alone has lost tens of millions, if not more, dollars worth of funding under your lead of this particular department.
$400 million a day should be plenty
you must
to
ask
support
yourself,
these
for
programs.
every dollar you cut, who goes hungry throughout this country. Thank you, Mr.
In
Chair. I yield
America,
back.
there will not be a hungry child.
Gentlelady yields back.